Man, I went to the grocery store the other day and there was some salads on sale. Salads. $10. And it was sale. That's a sale. $10. I was like, $10? After $240, I got like 10 pizzas, a couple waters, some hot dogs, and some milk and just random shit. And I'm like, $240. Fucking ridiculous. Temporary vise. It's on one bolt, so I can quick disconnect it, right? From my welding table. It's pretty good. This is where the messy stuff happens. So this little panel that goes here, right? The plastic piece, it covers up this area right here. And there are some clips that that you got to get out. They're kind of difficult, and we'll show how to do that here in a second. But basically what ends up happening here is a bunch of leaves, dirt, and whatever. It collects right here, right in this area. And you can see how much protection Toyota has given you. Okay, this car is clean. It's never seen a winter, but I had, when I took this panel off, dirt and mud up to about here, where my hand's at, okay? And I have pictures of that, so you can snap to that. But basically, you have to prep this because it gets filled, it starts to rust, it's gonna come from the inside out, it'll destroy this panel, and eventually will eat into the rocker too. And these are these are the structural part of this car, okay? You've got 1, 2, 3 seams of metal here. So you can tell that's high strength steel. This is a very important portion of the car. Again, this is one of the last cars that Toyota actually designed on their own that's a sports car. So it's probably one of the only cool things about this car is that Toyota designed it and they did it all by themselves. I mean, obviously with help, but it is only Toyota. It is their baby, unlike everything else after that. So it's probably the last sports car that Toyota's ever, gonna make without, getting BMW involved or some other, brand like they've done. Like the BRZ is basically a Subaru branded underneath the Toyota name. So this is technically, in all accounts, the last Toyota that is last sports car Toyota, And it's pretty cool if you really think about it, because any front-wheel drive platform, they put a lot of room in the back. But we'll talk about that later and why I decided to mess with these in the first place. Yeah, they're small and they're ugly, but they're cool in their own right. Professional. So if you're a professional, you can use this. All right, so this is Duplicolor undercoat. It's basically this rubbery shit right here. Rubbery stuff, sorry. And that is gonna be perfect for this because it's resistant to rocks and all kinds of things. So even if you cut a hole in your liner, which we're putting that back in, because this car is gorgeous, this will protect it. So it's already been sealed. Now we're just doing the final. And it doesn't have to be gorgeous. It is just here to make sure that you will no longer ever have issues with rust in that area. Be real careful because this is a painted area, and this is also where rust can start. But just clean off whatever excess you had on this, because remember, all that's going on here is the liner, and I'm going to end up painting these anyway with a rust coat so rust can't start there. So I'm preventing where I know they start, but I just stay away from the shitty cars. And that's the whole point, is you don't want your car to become one of the shitty cars. So by doing this, you literally you're saving this car's life. Because it seems like a fender, this and that, but then it becomes too much. And then the car becomes, oh, that's just, that car's too far gone. How many times have we said that car's too far gone? And that's the end of its life. That's the end of that car's, gorgeous, I'm a pretty good, nice car, And that's unfortunate. We don't want to do that. So I guess my point is, you put the bumper back on, you got the light back in, you got that looking shiny and fancy nice. Point is that once you've done this, and once you've done it right, no one's ever gonna see it. I mean, it's in there, right? And you know it's in there. And you know no rocks and none of that stuff that collects in there is gonna create an issue. But once you put your clips back in, factory clips, you put them back in, no one will ever know what you did there. And it didn't take that long. And there's a lot more spots on this car, like the battery box and a couple other ones that like probably make a video about that. But that's one of them right here. You see him with the rust right there? That's gotten pretty, at that point, you know it's in the rocker and further. So it's just another way to protect one of these. These are new classics. These Miatas, RX-7s, Supras, NS, all of this stuff, man, they're just getting scarce. Not making more of them. They keep on making cars that are stupid. They're all SUV, fat, heavy junk. So they're not making fun cars anymore, guys. So let's keep the ones that we have alive and well. Because the future's not looking that great when it comes to fun cars. So.